First and foremost, the transits, or think of the transits as weather. Uh, but we don't know what kind of weather it really means. It could be sun, it could be clouds, it could be rain, it could be storms, it could be all kinds of things. The most important thing to remember about transits is that they are weather, and to filter them correctly is to always use our type, strategy, and authority to determine whether it is correct for us to open up or experience that weather. So, the gate that is in the personality sun right now that we're experiencing is gate 53, the gate of beginnings. And a well-respected person in the human design world had a message today that said something to the effect of, pay attention because it is the gate of beginnings, the gate of starting something new. Pay attention to where you feel called to start something new. Trust that it might be the right time. Love the message. So, yes, and I'd like to expand on that. So, yes, the thing about human design is that it's to take a little teeny tiny detail, go down to the depths of what it means, and then come back up and put it in the context of the larger picture. So, yes, gate 53 is in transit right now. Yes, gate 53 is the gate of beginnings. But let's look at the bigger context of what that actually means. Gate 53 is also the gate of freedom. Now, once we start something, we have the freedom to experience it in our own way, through our own energy, through our own frequency. Gate 53 is also in the root center. The root center is the center for physical pressure, the adrenaline system. So, yeah, it's the gate of beginnings and it's the gate of freedom, but it's also a gate that can put a lot of pressure on you to start something. Gate 53 is also in the sensing circuit, the abstract circuit. And the genetic continuity, or kind of when you look at the bigger picture of what the sensing circuit really means, is that it's all about entering into new experiences without expectations, without removing yourself from the experience before you learn the lessons, because you can't learn lessons while you're in something. You can only learn lessons once you've finished it. So you now have a gate that's activated in a center where we physically feel a lot of pressure to start new things. But oh, by the way, the moment you start them, it's imperative to remove expectations and to get through the entire experience so that you can take the best learnings from them. It's like entering into a new experience completely in the dark. You have no idea what's going to happen. You don't know how it's going to go. You're just there to experience it. So, yeah, it's the gate of beginnings, but with it comes a lot of stuff. The gate that's in the personality earth is the gate of ambition, gate 54, also a root gate. And so let's look at this in the bigger context. Let's say you're somebody who has gate 50, your gate 53 is activated through the transits, gate 54 is activated through the transits. And by definition, in your normal natal chart of human design, you have an open root. An open root means that from a borrowed frequency standpoint, you will rush through life in order to get things done. You constantly feel that physical pressure and you'll work and do what you need to do in order to relieve that pressure. Okay? So let's say these two gates activate and define your root now. In the transits, and you feel a lot of physical pressure to start something. You also feel a lot of physical pressure to have ambition, to have drive. And let's say that gate 54, now on a defined route because the transits are open, is pointing to an undefined spleen. An undefined spleen now has this pressure to go, push this ambition towards something. It's pushing this ambition to start something new in order to um, find the ambition and figure out what needs to be transformed. But it's pointing towards an undefined spleen. So now that pressure feels really intense. Now you've got this kind of built up energy. Oh, I want to go start something new. I want to, optimize my ambition. I want to go transform something. It's just weather. It's simply just weather. That's why I said at the beginning, it is absolutely imperative that yes, this gate is awesome. This gate has a lot of beautiful energy a part of it. The message is all about just a little cautious to have that carte blanche statement of trust this is the right time because you feel this urge to start something new. I'm saying, maybe we wait a little bit to figure out to see if this is really correct for us. Let's take another kind of detail from a bigger aspect. Let's say you're somebody who maybe you already have a a defined route, and gate 53 is activated through the transits, right? So now you're just feeling a little bit extra pressure in order to go to start something new. Let's say you have emotional authority. Emotional authority, there is no truth in the now. Right? You're here to make decisions over time. Allow your emotions to inform you of how you feel about starting something new. Transits are in transits for about a week. Gate 53 is activated, give or take 5, 6, maybe 7 days, depending on what that looks like. The transit may be over before you decide that starting something new is correct for you. But let's say you're operating from your borrowed frequency and you don't know or don't understand that your authority and how you make decisions is over time. So maybe you go start something new because you feel this energy, you feel this thing kind of bubbling up inside of you to go start something new. Well, the transits are over. Gate 53 is no longer activated for you. Now you're in something that you started, and now you're kind of like, yeah, I don't really want to do that. That doesn't feel correct for me. That's something I want to move on from. Then you're like, well, how do I get out of this thing that I started? Simply because I felt this kind of new pressure, maybe this unknown pressure to go start something new, simply because it was in the transits and I saw this message to say, hey, I feel like starting something new, and I'd like to go do that. Again, I'm not saying that there isn't value in learning and understanding what each gate really means. It's just now adding the details and the layers of context of what human design really is. Yes, the gate of beginnings is activated right now. It's also a gate that's in your root center. It's also a gate that will put a lot of pressure on you to start something new. Oh, by the way, if you don't have 42, which is the other gate on the other side, which is the gate, it's just the gate of growth, it's the gate of increase, it's the gate of endings. And so you may start something new and then you feel this pressure that you've got to keep going and going and going and going and going and going and going until you find an endpoint. Now you're stuck in something that you really don't want to do simply because you had this kind of new urge or this different urge to go start it because it was in transit, because it was activated and you felt it really strongly. I'll also say I'm somebody who lives with gate 53. I live with gate 54. And oh, by the way, gate 52 it's also activated right now in the transit. So you've got the gate of beginnings in the root center. You've got the gate of stillness, 52, in the root center. And you've got the gate of ambition, 54, in the root center. So the entire planet is feeling a lot of this physical pressure. But think about the nuances of that. You've got the gate of stillness, keeping still mountain, remaining still enough to understand what you're here to respond to and concentrate on. You also have the gate of beginnings, entering into new experiences in order to get the experience, to learn from it, to understand what life is teaching you. And you also have the gate of ambition, a gate of that's going to put the pressure to go transform something. The gate that's going to, try to be like, oh, let's see what can be new and what we can lift up together. That's a lot of pressure. Again, I live with gate 53 and it's wonderful. I see how it works. but it creates a lot of pressure in my life. Oh, by the way, I have gate 60 activated, which is right next to it in the chart, which is the gate of limitations. So for me, when I'm working from a borrowed frequency, I feel this pressure of limitation of nothing new is happening. I just want to see something different. I just want to see something new. I just want to be able to bring it to the surface. I also have the gated beginning. So then I feel this pressure of when I'm stuck, oh, just go start something so that you can find something new. Oh, by the way, I also have gate 52. Keep still enough so you know what to do and you know what to figure out and how to concentrate it when it finally gets here. That's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure out there. So again, yes, gate 53 is activated. The message is follow your strategy and authority to determine if starting something new is correct for you. I would also go as far as to say, if you have emotional authority and you feel this pressure of starting something new, you might want to wait another 72 to 96 hours to determine if starting something new is actually correct for you. Just because there's a pressure doesn't mean you have to act on it. It simply means sitting with it, gaining some awareness around it, figuring out how it's affecting you, and then making a decision whether going to start something new, even though it's fun and shiny and all the fun things that some human design experts want to kind of perpetuate that, yes, it's a great thing. I'm not saying it's not great. There's always a downfall. And if you make the decision to start something new through your borrowed frequency, 99.9% of the time, the consequences that come from starting something new simply because that gate is activated in the transits are going to bring a lot of resistance in your life. You're going to be like, yeah, I wish I wouldn't have started that thing. Now I don't know how to get out of it. So, just a different take, a different lean on what it means when a gate like 53 is in transit and it's felt really hard or really harshly, or you feel a lot of pressure, is just be cautious. It may not be wrong, but just be cautious. Follow your strategy and authority, and you will determine if starting something new for you right now is actually what's correct.